YouTube, man, what is going on? We're back with another video, and today, man, Mikey Williams once again got deranked by ESPN, and his reaction is insane. So we're going to break it down and get right into it. Now, whenever we talk about high school rankings, of course, class of 2023 is a class like no other that a ton of people pay attention to and always wonder about these rankings. Now, of course, you have people like DJ Wagner, Mikey Williams, and Bronny James in the class of 2023, but there is clearly a ton of talent in this class. Now, with that being said, people are always looking out and trying to see what these rankings are for these players, and it's always very interesting because there's so much talent in this class. Now, honestly, I was kind of surprised looking at this new ranking, and a lot of people were as well. Now, to start off, Mikey Williams is actually ranked 8th in the country. Previously, he was originally ranked 3rd, then dropped to 5th, and is now currently 8th. And a lot of people are wondering exactly why this dude is dropping. Now, if you take a look at Mikey's Instagram story, he actually reacted to this, and it was very interesting what he said. And let's take a look at it. Now, he said this: "Everybody, I don't care what you think. And I'm gonna show you why you don't poke a bear." Now, in this case, clearly he saw these rankings and was aggravated because this dude, in my opinion, has honestly come up and faced every challenge that people talk about him, whatever critics say about him. In my opinion, he has honestly exceeded a lot of expectations. Now, when he was back in California at San Ysidro, you could say something. You could say the competition he was playing was not the best. Really, it was just killing weak competition out there. And actually, my first video that blew up, I actually stated that this dude may be playing JV because that's how weak the competition honestly looked. There really weren't too many guys out here really killing. Now, to give him the benefit of the doubt, of course, he did play AU and played for Compton Magic, and they play against excellent competition, so there's no doubt I can't give him any hate on that. But really, to come after these haters, this dude actually left California, left San Ysidro, went to North Carolina in Charlotte, and actually played for Lake Norman Christian, where in my opinion, that was when things started to turn around and a lot of people started giving him more credit. Now, there was a point in time where this dude was averaging around 20, even 30 points in the new year because there was a lot of things that happened at Lake Norman Christian. Now, there was an actual rumor going around. Their head coach, which was actually the athletic director at the time, did get fired, and there was a rumor going around that maybe allegedly he had given the players something they shouldn't be having, puffing a little something, and he got fired for that, and that's all alleged. But in this case, they got a new coach at the start of the brand new year, and that's when I think Mikey Williams really turned a new leaf and started to show why he was really one of the best players in the country and not just all hype. Whenever you look at this dude, a lot of people will look at, man, what he does outside of basketball. Now, of course, has millions of followers on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of these different social medias. And what is that going to give you? It's going to hit you with that celebrity status. This dude is clearly a celebrity as of right now. In my opinion, probably one of the most popular players in high school basketball that is not the son of an NBA player. That's key factor here, because when we talk about Bronny and other people, Zaire Wade, man, they have fathers who already had a ton of clout. But Mikey Williams, in my opinion, of course, his father actually did play college basketball, but he really just didn't have that type of background like Bronny James or Zaire Wade. Now, with that being said, I think this dude has still been very impressive on the court, and he's been able to hang with them. Of course, at Lake Norman Christian, this dude was pretty much leading his team, but I have to admit this, at times, there were a lot of plays where this dude was actually putting up the ball and really not working with his team. I really don't think they had chemistry at times, but definitely when the new year came about, it looked like they started winning more games and were definitely more impressive on the court. Now, AAU, in my opinion, is where we really saw Mikey Williams not for one take off, but also see that celebrity status. And you guys have seen this by now, and I reported on it when it happened originally. Man, people were crowding this dude. Security had to escort him out of the building, and people were even following his car outside. And I think that's a new level. I really haven't seen too many high school hoopers that really have this level of clout and popularity to them, but on the other hand, can really play the game of basketball and has something to back it up. And Mikey Williams, even though he was deranked, of course placed 8th, I think in my opinion this dude is still a solid player. Even if you're top 10, you're still crazy good. And we know at the end of the day, the one argument people will always say is rankings do not matter. Now, I think they can give some type of compass to how good you are, so we definitely shouldn't just disrespect them, not take a look at them at all and not regard them, but take it with a grain of salt and understand that just because you're ranked here now doesn't really mean anything in the future. If we look at a lot lot of the top players, even guys in the NBA now, a lot of them weren't even ranked in high school because what did they do? They may not have been the most talented back then, but they worked super hard, stayed consistent in the gym, tried to stay confident in their abilities, and look what happened. They actually ended up making it out. And I think that's something with Mikey Williams. He already has such a good start. Even though he did get deranked, I think he still will be very, very successful in the future. Now, Mikey still holds a ton of offers from really top schools in the program. If we take a look at some of them, man, Kansas. And a huge factor here that a lot of people keep stating about him is exactly what he said before about his schools. Now, a lot of you guys know this, but he actually had listed and made a top 5 schools list that he was thinking of going to. Now, it was either top 5 or top 10, but there were a couple of HBCUs on there, and he actually made a tweet saying that he was going to make a lot of people mad with his college decision. So in my opinion, I think for one, we can say for sure this dude is going to college, especially with some of these states starting to allow players to make money off of their own name. Of course, the other routes are going to be less attractive. But yes, he does have a ton of offers from really top programs. But man, it would be crazy to see this dude actually go to HBCU because, like I always do say, I think it would attract a ton of people. Now, if you guys didn't know, McCord Maker is actually another hooper who did end up going to Howard, which is a HBCU. But what he actually did was declare for the NBA draft, which I think is huge in my opinion. Him only being there 1 year, I believe he did get injured while he was playing at Howard. And of course, everything going on with the season. So this was a recipe for disaster. Things did not work out the best for him at Howard, but he actually put his name still in the NBA draft, which is very interesting to me. And I wonder if Mikey Williams will try to do something the same and maybe try to follow in this dude's footsteps, depending on how well it does go. But of course, when we talk about high profile, man, Mikey Williams is way higher of a profile player than somebody like McCord Maker. And especially if these type of deals that college is going to be giving players and allowing money to make off of their name can rival other places like Overtime's League or even the NBA G League, man, I really don't see why Mikey Williams wouldn't go to college. It really seems like he's interested in this as well. Somebody like similar to Bronny James, who also has expressed some interest in college as well. Now, what I think this is going to do for Mikey Williams is actually give him a ton of fuel to work harder long term. You guys know by now, if you play basketball and you get deranked or you feel like you're disrespected, especially with these rankings, it's only going to add fuel to the fire and make you a lot more aggressive every time you step on the court. It's going to be something that you think about in the back of your head and always wonder, man, they really doubted me. They don't think I'm that good of a player. Well, I'm going to show them why I'm such a good player. It almost reminds me of whatever happened to Kyrie Walker when he got deranked by ESPN, as well as somebody like Noah Farrakhan as well. Both of these guys got deranked, but continue to play the game of basketball and allow that to fuel them long term. And I really see this happening the same exact way, working the same exact way for Mikey Williams. And clearly from what he's putting on his IG, it is going to prove a lot of people wrong. He's going to prove a ton of people wrong and going to use it as fuel. Now, he even posted on his Instagram another post here, and I'm going to put it up. But clearly this dude is showing that he is mad about this, and he wants to show everyone that he is not just all clout, he is not just all popularity, not all fame, but he actually has talent, and this dude is going to shock a ton of people. You guys let me know if I missed anything. What do you think about these brand new rankings that came up? Of course, DJ Wagner still ranked #1, which is very impressive. Let me know in the comments down below if you disagree with any of their rankings, if you think I missed anything, and should Mikey Williams actually be ranked higher than 8th? Are those players ahead of him really better than him? Let me know in the comments down below. But man, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and put down in the comment section below any video suggestions you do have for me. I'm always appreciative of those, always taking a look at them, and I'll make sure to keep putting out the content for you guys. Man, I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, Nation Mo.